So this is the Sears 10XL I got a couple weeks ago. I have a video where I started it up and I took it for a drive. And I noticed in that video it was shaking real bad. And it almost looks like this pulley, either the pulley's bent or the output shaft on the engine's bent. So I took this snowblower, I think, cover off of here to get a better look at it. And so I'm going to turn it over just to kind of see what it looks like. So you can definitely see that something here is wrong. I mean, even look at the belt. That's terrible. I really haven't even looked at this yet. It obviously needs some work, but I'm already thinking ahead about if this engine has, if the actual output shaft is bent, then that's not good. It shakes really bad. Everything on this thing rattles when it's running too, because it's off balance. The engine's really loud too, which, you know, whatever, I guess. But I'm just worried about this being bent. So I'm already thinking ahead about whether or not I want to put this engine on it. But I'd really prefer not to, because I have a mowing deck that I can put on this. These both came with it. This one's actually really tight. Both the gearboxes are tight. Blades are a little bent and dull, but this one, I have no idea what's going on with this. And if the mowing deck works, then that'd be cool. Really, all I'd have to do is put a new belt on this, obviously, and then the deck adjustment lever is seized, which is common with these. I've unseized them before. I think that's why the guy who sold me this kind of gave up on it for mowing, because this wouldn't do anything. These are supposed to push down, and then you select your position, and then this spring down here pushes it back up into those grooves, locking it in. So I think that's kind of why he gave up on it. I can fix that. I'm just worried about this output shaft. And it would even be cool if maybe this pulley's bent somehow, if I got a different pulley and just threw it on there, and it'd be fine. If I could find a snowblower for this, that'd be awesome. I've had one with a snowblower before, and it worked really well. So, I don't know, I might take this pulley off, take a look at it. I've been messing with this pulley for a little while now. I got it about half off, and it kind of just won't go anymore. And it makes me think that the output shaft really is bent, and that's why it won't come all the way off. If I had a gear puller pushing on the outside of the output shaft, pulling on the pulley, I could probably get it off. And that's probably why it's bent in the first place, is people hitting it with a hammer trying to get it loose. So if it really is bent, which I still need to pull this off and look at it, but if it is bent, I don't really have the time or the money to really mess with this engine, which really sucks because I have a mowing deck that I could hook up to this if it was okay. I love that tractor right there. One of the best machines I've ever had. But it really is a pain putting aftermarket stuff on there because you gotta cut the you gotta cut right here for the engine to, the new engine to clear, and then that, you know, it's original. I don't want to cut it. And sometimes the engines don't fit with the stock grill. That one I had to, it's cut so it fits, but I don't like cutting original stuff. But I do have this engine which runs good that I could put on there, but then, you know, I'd have to take away the original aspect, and these are not good engines to hook up mowing decks to. They don't have a lot of power, not the kind of power these had. Also, the reason that I put a brand new engine on that tractor is because I wanted something quiet. I think I drive my neighbors nuts. Always running equipment, it's always loud. That one's incredibly quiet over there. This one, the stack, I think sounds really good. It's just kind of obnoxious, but it's actually not as obnoxious as this. This little tiny muffler on here doesn't do it any good. It's pretty loud. And then it shakes so bad that every loose part on this rattles, so that it just, the whole tractor is loud. So it'd actually be almost more quiet just putting this on there and using it every once in a while. But I really should get this pulley off eventually and really take a better look at that output shaft before I decide anything on it. That really stinks because I really want just one with an original engine on it. And it's been starting a little easier lately. It was starting really hard, but now I think it's, I don't know if they had a prime issue with the gas or what, but I think for fun I'm gonna bench test this engine here. Now I could just clamp this onto this little stand wooden box thing I have, but I actually have a template, so I'm just gonna drill two diagonal holes and bolt it on there. So I just mounted this on so it's sturdy, kind of. So this engine, like I mentioned in an earlier video, I bought from Tractor Supply, I think in 2011. Put oil in it and never changed it. It's the original oil, never broke it in, just started using it. And it's always ran great, other than having to get a new recoil, so. And it'll fire right up. This isn't hot, I wasn't messing with it or anything. Of course now it probably won't. So usually I don't run it without a support right here. Probably shouldn't be running it like that. But it's held up this long, and I welded that when I was like 16. Cast iron, of course. I actually have a mount somewhere. At one point I welded a piece of metal from here down, and then it flexed and then broke. So then I made an independent mount that goes up and supports it. And it's somewhere around here. But anyway, I'll have to work on getting this off. Probably go pick up a cheap gear puller from Harbor Freight and get this off and take a better look at it. But I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. But alrighty.